All right, so this is a story that I'm just hearing about now. It's a very sick, grim one where this 20-year-old accountant, female accountant named Khanice Jackson was recently found dead. I think yesterday and Friday. Will have to be reported missing this week. All right, and like I said, that they found her body in a open lot. I think open lot in the Portmore Fishing Village in St. Catherine. And like I said, when I read this, and I'm saying like I was wondering what it would be, cause we don't have much to go on. Cause like I think either this was another domestic dispute gone wrong. Cause I mean, you really read stuff like that. Unfortunately, yeah, that comes normalized, and then or I think okay, maybe she's a victim of some sexual predator. Cause that also is normalized, and yeah, when you for more sickening details, yeah, they confirm that. I'm not going to spell it out for you because it's too sickening to read. That yeah, this looks like she was sexually assaulted before her demise, and apparently they have a suspect in custody. No, I'm not going. No, I will say this though is that it's good that okay that hey that they've apparently made some progress because like I said the justice system in Jamaica is a joke. Well, I wouldn't call it a joke. It's just a very it's based on some bullshit. I usually say that though, unfortunately, but when they do actually do their jobs efficiently, yeah, I have to give them credit. But all I can say is that yeah, it's good for the optics. Is good to have a suspect, but then again, I'm not going to really spell out who the suspect is because it says some guy named Robert Fowler called Backrow. So I'm not really going to be jumping the gun and say, hey, this is the guy that did it. Who knows? Because some more stuff will might likely come out. Could be a case maybe he knew her personally, maybe they had a were involved secretly, and then probably it didn't end well. They said he was perhaps one of those people on that scarcity mindset and said if I can't have her, no one can. Or maybe he's been observing her for a while, and then like a lion that wants to that tracks down a gazelle or a zebra. He's waiting for his opportunity to pounce on her and do his have his wicked way. Again, if this is the suspect, because I'm not really going to be popping the gun and saying champagne said that justice has been done, because I don't know. Maybe it's a case of maybe they arraigned him because he knows who the actual suspect might be, or maybe he's accomplice. But we don't know what the full details are. But this is a very sad and sickening story. No, reason I'm doing this with Khanice Jackson is because yeah, I don't know this girl. I can't like many other people I do records on. I've never met them personally, so I can't really go and say hey that maybe she was this or that kind of person because I have never met her in my life personally. And but the thing is that I don't like what she symbolizes like with all these ordinary Jamaican civilians, a lot of women, them are women. Cause we have to be honest though. Like Jamaica, a lot of Jamaican females. I'm not going to exclude the males too, cause the males are victims as well. But a lot of Jamaican females, when you hear stories, like they become victims of these very vicious crime of these very wicked men. And what is saddening is that many of them, over half of them, do not receive justice. And cause what's going on right now with that other girl who got the one, what's her name? Crap. Trying to remember the name. I think Nevia Sinclair, where they're trying to where this scumbag lawyers trying to hold on, and also that equally despicable judge is that. Cause I remember when I told them, I said, watch who this judge is. We gonna make names of him, cause like if say some bullshit pops up, we have to put a name and face to that judge, and they're trying to make it look like Neville Sinclair's ex-boyfriend, that demon who killed her, was. Or they're trying to question if he was mentally sane or something. Like the mental illness garbage. Which again, this should not. That again is just a slap in the face of this Neville Sinclair's family. But I'm just hoping that if that I'm like I say, if this guy did do it, again, I'm not really going to jump the gun and say, hey, he's guilty. I am okay because it could be a case where there's one just arrange someone just for optics because the JCF knows that, and also the justice system knows that they have a very bad reputation with a lot of Jamaicans due to the fact that they half-ass a lot of these cases where a lot of civilians are victimized, and their victimizers get these bullshit sentences. That the victimizers are the more the victims, and the victims are the more the victim. Yeah, some other crap like that. But we'll see how this plays out though, because like this is she's Khanice Jackson was not the first female that's been killed, victimized in a very sinister fashion, and she's not going to be the last. But reason why I'm doing this recording is because hey, that I really we don't want, because chances are is that how long is she going to be staying in the headlines? Because the thing what is like with a lot of these other victims, and many of these victims, their cases are go unsolved, even long after the bodies go cold. Like people going to remember this girl after this weekend though, because what kind of like I said again, you're not hearing Jamaicans for Justice, you're not hearing these human rights groups or these so-called woke-activists, as Politics Watch like to say. They're not yet saying anything about her, and it's a 50-50 chance that they're going to say anything about this girl. Like they'll mention her for a hot minute, and then by the time the week is Sunday goes by, or if by tomorrow goes by, yeah, that is just going to be okay. She's going to be lost in the proverbial shuffle, like this. Oh, okay. Another dead victim. I mean, like we're not going to follow up to see if justice happens, cause I'm not popping the champagne prematurely to say, okay, this guy did it or not, cause he could just be brought in for questioning if he's not the real killer, and if he is the real killer, there's a 50-50 chance that they're just going to let him walk away, and then they're going to just basically that'll be the end of that story and so on. Because like I said, like Khanice Jackson, like I said, is not an uptown. She's not related to a prominent uptown family, or she's not a celebrity, or she's not connected to any big people people who are in of high esteem, as in Jamaica it is to say. So she's not really going to be that important when they're going in the long run, where a lot are concerned. But it's going to be up to the family to see that justice going through. Because, like I said, in a lot of these cases, the families need to kind of just say, we need to start being about that life. And yeah, people misconstrue it as saying, oh, you're encouraging vigilantism. But end of the day is when you have a failed so-called system that doesn't work work in the benefit of Jamaican civilians. Yeah, what's your other alternative? And yeah, I said that. All right, but we have to see how this go through. Cause like I said, I'm glad that they have a suspect, but again, it's going to take more than just have a suspect. Cause we need to see if this guy is genuinely guilty or not. All right, and if he's not guilty, we need to find out who did this, because that person might have other victims that he or they already have stacked up, or about to add to that list, that murder list that they already accumulated. But we'll see how this plays out though. But I didn't know this girl. I don't like what this symbolizes and so on. Because we're hearing too many stories of too many Jamaican women in particular. And yeah, for the men start saying, oh, you're forgetting about the men who are victimized too. I have not forgotten you guys either. All right, but we have to admit though, like our women, a lot of Jamaican females are like an endangered species more and more, because we're either being killed by these rapables or sexual predators, these jealous, these beta male boyfriends or spouses who can't really who have the scarcity mindset, amongst other things too. But we need to start making more content, and hopefully Politics Watch does a video about this, because if he does though, he'll give more info than I ever could if he says to post some tomorrow or soon. But anyways, this is for my main state to Jamaican Caribbean. Check my YouTube pages, Miles Goose and Farron, Miles J Productions, and Real Thoughts of Miles. All right.